Well, hey folks, FGFRC. Pay attention how long it's happening. Alright, we're going to be taking up the FMS 80mm integral. And we're going to be, this is the first time I got an AR631. I last night upgraded it to the AS3X Plus. So, and I redid all the settings on it. So I got a trimmer out and see how she flies. And see how I like this AS3X Plus in here. We're going to see. We'll go over rates and settings. I'm going to do two videos. This first one, I'm going to fly her in manual mode. Just make sure she's trimmed. And the second flight, we'll actually turn the AS3X on. See how I like it. All right. Now this time is going to be in manual mode. No kind of gyro or help at all. Just the regular settings of the plane. Because I want to see how she's trimmed.
AS3X mode. Experienced mode.
Alright, experienced mode means I have no gyro. Well, let me test something real quick.
Mode.
I'm going to roll the prop up a little bit. Alright, AS3X should be grossly exaggerated. It is. So I'll go back to manual mode.
Experienced mode.
And now, nothing. Alright, turn them down because I'm not going to use them right now anyways. Alright, timer set for 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Running a 4,000 Sokokin. Wind is out of the west, so we're going to go down here to the east end of the field. Well, it's kind of out of the west, and it's, and I'm kind of facing east. Got a KM model afterburner in there. Now remember, this plane has no all stock other than me giving it the shark face. I call it Sharky. And giving it clear coat. Other than that, and the KM model afterburner. Other than that, she's all stock. Alright. Flying in manual. No gyro help at all. I want to see how she's trimmed. Kind of a remaiden of sorts. Very organic. All right. Definitely need a little bit of down trim. About half throttle right now. Like I said, I'm just trimming her out.
Remaining 3 minutes.
All right, what she needed was a little bit of right aileron and a little bit of elevator.
Key down. Take landing flaps.
All right, do a landing approach. Got the gear down. All right. A little bit of drag with the gear down. All right, no problem in the grass. All right, let's go back, take off again. We're going to land her. Land her actually on a runway this next time. Cross breeze is messing with me. A little bit of cross breeze. Very organic looking airplane. Alright, we're going to do takeoff flaps. Alright, she gets up off the deck pretty quick. You probably could forego takeoff flaps no matter what. Yeah. She started bouncing up on her own. I didn't even need any elevator input.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Still needs a little bit of down elevator. Oh yeah.
flaps.
All right, I'm gonna bring her by slow and dirty.
Flaps up. Landing flaps.
All right, we got enough air for one more takeoff.
Take off, flaps up.
And we'll take off this time with no flaps. Here we go.
Gear up. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Landing flap. Gear down. Flaps up.
Make sure my gear is down. And they are. I flew upside down just to check the CG.
Landing flaps.
Just so you know. And she seemed balanced just fine. I didn't really have to hold much up or down in order to maintain that. All right, let her settle in. Settling in. Yeah. Hey, kept her on the runway.
Flaps up. Prop secured.
All right, still got 30 seconds left on the timer, but we're going to stop right there. We're going to take a little break and we'll come back and do a second flight, and that second flight will actually be in with AS3X engaged. Then we'll go over both flights to tell you all my normal plane settings, my rates, my expo, and my flap settings, and then we'll go over and I'll tell you all my AS3X settings, but I'm going to prove those AS3X settings plus settings first before I tell them to you. When I tell you this information, I want you to know I've already flown it and proven it to you. All right, we'll be right back in just a moment with a second flight. You can actually... Hey folks, all right, second flight on the FMS Integral, this time with the new AS3X Plus settings on board. Let's see how I like it. Last flight was strictly in manual to make sure she was trimmed. This time, straight AS3X. AS3X Plus. We'll go over all my settings and everything after the flight. Got the KM model afterburner. Thank you, KM models. Now this plane does not have thrust reverse. I wish it did. Be an excellent candidate for it. And I may still add it. Okay. Timer set for 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Here we go. Oh, takeoff flaps.
Takeoff flaps.
Oh man. I know the phrase locked in is used way too much, but boy, it definitely applies right now. She is rock solid. Out of the power, gliding by. Now I'm going to hit it. I'll tell you what, it's almost hard to tell whether she's inverted or not. I mean, she is so locked in. I'm going to take it up this time. Go down here, take it up. She didn't fall the way I wanted her to, but that's okay. It went out of focus. Well, shiny plane. All right, we'll take it up again. Did you get that one? Yes. Okay.
Gear down.
Bring it by.
Take landing flaps.
Making sure.
Flaps up.
All right, gear and everything was down. Flaps are back up. We'll go back down here. Flaps coming. Flaps coming back in.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Make my 2-minute landing. Almost kept her on the runway. All right. Wind has kind of died, so I'm going to take off from down here.
Take off flaps.
Here we go.
Flaps gear up.
All right.
Landing flaps.
See how low I can get her.
Flaps up. Landing flaps. Gear down. Landing flaps.
Do a touch and go this time.
Flaps up. One minute. Landing flaps. Take off flaps. Flaps up. Landing flaps.
Well, I'm getting my east approaches practice in today.
30 seconds. Flaps up. Seconds. Landing flaps.
Yeah, excellent, excellent candidate for reverse thrust.
Prop secured.
All right.
Flaps up.
Let's go over our settings. We'll take it back to the bench because it'll be easier. All right. I remember the first flight we had 30 seconds left on the first battery. We had 39% left. Now this is a 4006S Sokokin. Has an ADC discharge. Exact same batteries in her right now. All right, let's go over the rates. The regular plane rates, the expo and all that. Ailerons, 100%, 30% expo is what I flew in. Elevator, 100%, 30% expo. Rudder, 100%, 30% expo. Pretty much standard fare there. Flap system, there is a mix. Flaps up, 0%. Takeoff flaps, 30% with a 10% down elevator. Landing, 100% with a 25% down elevator. Pay attention to that elevator.
Takeoff flaps. Flaps up.
Okay, it needs that much deflection. All right, 2-second deployment on that. All right, go over the forward programming setting, which definitely locked in. I know that phrase gets used so much, but these are the settings I just flew now. You just saw me fly, and these are the settings I used for my AS3X. For the gains, for roll from 40 down to 30, from pitch from 50 down to 40, or down to 40, and yaw from 60 down to 50. So 30, 40, 50 for roll, pitch, and yaw. 30, 40, 50. All right, priority from the standard 140 down to 100 on all. Roll 100, pitch roll, or pitch 100, yaw 100. Heading I didn't do anything with. Stop lock. The standard is 35. I upped everything to 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. For the release, I left it the same, 55, 55, and 75 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Changed no other AS3X settings. And CG on the plane, I'm sorry, I don't know the numbers, but I do have it marked, and I have landmarks. On the underside, it's actually just inside that wheel well, so you really can't see it, can't check it that way. But the equate on top, and she's basically perfect right there. Okay, she got nav lights, light on the belly. Got some incredibly strong gear. Okay. Other nice thing, you got a very small cheater, so most of that reverse thrust would come out the front, which makes this an excellent candidate for reverse thrust. Now, there is one defect that FMS seems to refuse to want to fix in these type of planes. The same problem in the FMS pits is the same one that's in this one. Oh yeah, and I got that beautiful KM model afterburner in there. Let me unplug it, unfortunately. But here's the issue. This is also where you get perfect CG. Okay, pull this tray out. Okay, to get perfect CG on this plane, you put your 4000 at the very end. This is the part that slides in at the very end of the tray. Strap it down. That's not the problem. The problem, if you look very closely, let honey zoom in on that. You see these two little nipples here, okay? You got them?
Yeah, yeah.
Now they're the same on the other side, okay? Those 4 combined little nipples, you can back up. Those 4 combined are what hold this battery in place in that track and keep it from sliding back. You say, well, that's fine. But over time, pulling that battery in and out, those nipples are going to wear off, and then you're not going to not pay attention to it, and you're going to be up flying, and suddenly this battery is going to move back almost the entire length of that battery, and you're going to have a drastic change in CG, and you're going to have a very bad day. So, check the battery. Okay, this battery, we were shy 13 seconds instead of 30. And we got 21%, so that makes sense. Really, set your timer for 3 minutes. If you're going to do some hard flying like I was, set it for 3 minutes, and you'll come back at 35%, which is a good storage rate. But there you go, folks. That is the FMS Integral. I call it Sharky. The only thing I've done, I've given her the KM model afterburner. I've given her this is on the 980 millimeter FMS P40B, the smaller one. This is the graphics, the decal, and I just stuck them on there and then gave it a clear coat. And I gave her a clear coat for the whole plane, the KM model afterburner. Other than that, she's all stock. Hobby Zone sent this out to me for a review. I'm very pleased with it. It's like I say, it's different, and you all know I love anything different. Very organic looking, very stable, because you've got this mid placement on the wing. She's just as stable inverted as she is right side up. Okay, we went over rates and everything. Yeah, I showed rates. Yeah. All right. Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. This is Fat Guy Flies RC. That is the 80mm integral from FMS, sent to me by Hobby Zone. God is good. God bless each and every one of y'all. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends. Shout out to Camera Baby for filming. Bye, y'all.